All right, welcome back, YouTube. So, I've been saying I was going to do this for a while, and I haven't done it, but I didn't get anything done in the painting front this week. It's now the weekend though, so I am painting and doing hobby stuff. But work was just a little too busy, and I had no time to paint, which is quite unfortunate. But I more or less have the first Roman division completed. I just got to put the tufts and the static grass mix on the command stand and the skirmishing front there. But essentially what we're looking at is the first division that I'm doing for the Battle of Strasbourg. So I'm in charge of 2 divisions and half the cavalry. Unfortunately, the second division I'm doing is twice as large as this. So this is the smaller division. It all has Auxilia Palatina units in it. It doesn't have any archers. It just has a 12-man javelin unit. But that is what it is. It's done. I have been working on Roman cavalry. So as stated in one of my previous videos, I think altogether we're looking at about 100 Roman horse. And so I'm doing half of that, 48 of them I am doing, and then the other 48 Triarius is doing. So now I have half of that done. I'm working on the other half. So I got 24 horses that I'm currently plowing away on this weekend. And then I've been doing, trying to base the rest of this. So everything is done though. The shield transfers are done. The varnish is done. All the painting is done. It's 3 units of Auxilia Palatina. Now we're treating the ratios we're doing for the units. The Auxilia units are 500-man units, and we're representing them for 20 to 24 miniatures. And then for the actual legions, we're representing, those are 1,000 men strong, and we're using 40 to 48 miniatures to represent the legions. So once again, the Palatina or the Comitatensis units. So the actual mobile field army units. So not the Limitani that would have been the border troops, but the actual Comitatensis troops, both regular Comitatensis and the Palatina and the Scole units. So that's what we're looking at now. Chances are the vast, if not 100% of the troops Julian had were all probably Comitatensis troops. He actually had a pretty elite army, it would appear. So I didn't do a lot of the poor border guard troops, but I did do one in this unit, or in this division. The other division, it's all going to be like super elite, beefy boys that have creme de la creme equipment. And, to reflect the elite nature of this mobile field army. So I think all in all, 3 times 24, it's 72 plus 12, 84 plus 6 for the command. So you're looking at 90 miniatures for this division. So pretty good. Good little size division. We'll pause and then I'll zoom in and you guys can take a closer look at the unit. Alrighty guys, we're in handheld mode here. So as you can see, I did for the skirmishers, for the javelin men, I did the shields myself. Those are not transfers. I hand painted those shields. These are all footsore. Every single one of the javelin men. They all have helmets. They have, like I said, the round shield, the small round shield, and they have javelins. So that's a 12-man unit for the skirmishing front for this division. And then behind them is actually the first unit I painted for the whole project. And this is also footsore, 100% footsore. And these are unarmored guys. So these are more Limitani looking troops. I didn't want everyone to be armored. And I really liked the character and figure of the sculpts. The first rank of the 24, they're all kneeling. And then the second rank is a mixture of guys holding their shields, having them propped up on the ground. I really like that. I really like the command figures too. Just a lot of character overall. And then we all have of course, the little big man studio transfers on the shields. As Triarius mentioned, he used one of his units also has the same shield transfers. I believe that face is supposed to be, part of the Mithras cult. I believe that's who it's supposed to be. It could be Sol Invictus as well. I think either one of those two. It's definitely not Jesus Christ. Pretty sure it's not Jesus Christ. So it's Sol Invictus or the Mithras cult there. So both of which were really popular in the later periods of the imperial period. So a lot of the Roman soldiers participated in those cults. So to the left of the guys with the unarmored guys is a attacking unit of 60% footsore and 30% foundry. Still got to put the banner transfer. That actually came in. So I do have a banner transfer for that. I just need to put it on there. There's the Draco. I did a blue Draco on them with the silver colors. Once again, shield transfers, Little Big Man Studios. But I love this unit. I am like in love with this unit. I wish it had a little bit more variety in the armors, but I like the variety in the cloaks. I'm trying to scoot up here. Variety in the cloaks. I like the commands. I like how the spears turned out. I just really like everything about this unit. Pretty chapped with this unit here. Yeah, it's just really good. They're in this really cool attacking pose. Yeah, they have both the Vexillum and the Draco banner. That's just kind of how my commands. I really dig the guy with the Vexillum. He's holding a freaking barbarian head. Maybe he is a barbarian too. This is of that period. So, and then right next to them is the command stand. So this is all foundry right here. All of it's foundry. I really liked these figures. The general figure, oh man, he just turned out really good. Minus his skin, I bonked up the wash. I didn't have the skin wash diluted enough, and it didn't flow correctly. But as you can see there, I just love these figures. Some of them are in mail, some of them are in the scale cuirasses. A couple of them are unarmored, but we got a legionary eagle. We got the army standard there, the division standard in the case of the game here. And I just like these guys. They just turned out good. I went ahead and used the Sol Invictus or Mithras shield, what I think is shield transfers there, because I had them left over. And I was just like, whatever. They'll fit in with the division. They'll belong with the division. I didn't really care. I had a couple leftovers of this one as well, but I was just like, whatever. So I really like those shield transfers. So it's kind of just what I went with. I just listened to my heart. I'll make a little diorama out of this with the basing too. As you see there, it looks like he's getting briefed by someone. Someone's pointing something out to him on the battlefield. He has his standards next to him, and then he has his two guards up front, ready to protect. So, pretty typical how I do command bases. So, and then right here, which is the last unit of the division, is 100% foundry. So shield transfers once again from Little Big Man Studios, and these guys are all in the the standing ready pose there, spears at the ready. Not a lot of diversity in the sculpts there. I took some of the command pack figures from some of the other sets of the foundry guys I had to make standing guys. They're supposed to have probably Draco banners, but and there's one gripping beast dude. For some reason I was short one miniature out of this lot, and I had to have my gaming buddy lend me one of his Saxons. A little anachronistic. He has the Sutton Who helmet on, and he's okay. I guess he'll fit in. Everybody else has an open face helmet, and he has the closed face helmet there with the mask. but I'm sure the Romans did wear those types of helmets. Maybe probably a little bit later, but you know, the Saxons were around in the late 300s, so this isn't crazy. And then I did a pattern on the Draco banner there, so I just decided to do it with yellow with some black bordering there, just to vary it up there. You see these things painted. They're you see them in all the reference materials. They're solid colors, multicolored stripes, you name it. They're whatever there. So all in all, I'd say 60% of the army is footsore and 40%. I'm gonna remount the camera here on the tripod, and there we go. And then 40% of the army is foundry. So all foundry and footsore in this division. The next division I do for the Romans is going to be 100% Aventine, and well, it's going to be 70% Aventine and 30% Victrix. I think Victrix and Aventine go really well together. I've mixed them in with my Republican Romans, and so that's kind of how I'm going to do it with the late Romans here. I'm going to mix in the Victrix and the Aventine because they're both chunky boys. So whereas the foundry and footsore are not as chunky, although the footsore are slightly taller, in case you guys are wondering. I might do a comparison video on them down the road for anybody who's interested in the late Roman period. So I will pause, and then we'll go to the last part of the video, which will be a general update with product and other related things I've been doing within the hobby. Stand by. Alrighty, guys. Okay, so I'm sure the majority of the viewers of this channel know I'm a fan of Victrix. I own hundreds upon hundreds of Victrix miniatures. As far as plastics go, they can't be beat. Now, it's hilarious. I listened today while I was painting and basing. I listened to the podcast, the Painting Phase podcast, and they had John Stollard on there. And, you know, he was going over his career and how he started Warlord. And he started out with with ancient Romans, and Warlord did rather. And the Victrix got brought up, and he's like, Victrix are too big. They're too cartoonish. And I'm like, I don't know. I like the size of Victrix. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Aventine. I think Victrix is the king of plastics. And not only did I get these, I don't have them. Ooh, I don't have them around me. Ooh. I bought something special from Victrix. I'll pause and see if I can't find it. I indeed found it. I bought their new Cast World War II 28mm British infantry pack. Guys, I'm not going to show the miniatures on here. Needless to say, these are good, guys. These are good. If I was Warlord, I'd be scared. These are proportioned beautifully. They are not the same proportion and size of their ancient guys. These are freaking good. These will fit in good with Warlord, Black Tree, etc. And the quality is really high. So if Victrix is indeed getting into the game of World War II 28mm, it looks like they've invested in a Cast machine. Warlord better be afraid. I know Warlord is still, as far as market cap, overall market cap, they're still the kings, but I don't know. And not only that, the Victrix stuff, for the quality that you get, is a great value. John Stollard's other big criticism was there's too many parts. You gotta glue arms, you gotta glue shields, you gotta glue heads, you gotta glue sword scabbards. But I like that because I can make the individual miniature vary a lot, and that's really cool. I don't like, I showed off the Foundry unit, earlier in the video, and the Foundry guys are great. They're sculpted by the Perrys, but there's only like 3 or 4 unique poses between all 24 miniatures, as opposed to 8 or more that you can get out of these various sets. So anyways, there was a big sale. I'm only keeping 2 of these. I already let my gaming friend know, but these are actually his Christmas present. I wasn't sure if I was going to see him again before the new year, so I already told him I got him a Christmas present, and I got him the associated shield transfers for these, of course, to go with our project here. So just a a nice good set of ancient Germanic warriors. But you know, like you get 60 in the bag, like that is a phenomenal deal. I mean, and the thing I love about Victrix is that they cater to the big battle war gamer. There's just the right amount of units. Cavalry usually come in 12 or 16s, beautiful. And then usually the skirmishers come in 12 to 36, and then your warband and pike units come in sets of 60. So it's just Victrix just they got the formula nailed down, and the releases are awesome. So this is the last unit of cavalry I needed for the Dalmatians. So I'm doing a unit of Dalmatians, or I should say I'm doing half of the Dalmatians. Triarius is doing the other half. But I'm using the new Victrix kit that just came out last month. They look really, really good. I love it. They give you 3 different shield options. The large scutum, the medium scutum, and then the round small scutum, which I'll be using for the Dalmatians. And of course, like 20 different head options. The late archers, this is going to be for the 2nd division of Romans I do, because it's going to be one of those mixed formations with archers in the rear ranks. And I'm going to be using these guys. So yeah, that is kind of the product I got. Now, of course, I've already made, I don't even know, I probably spent $300 with Footsore over the past 4 or 5 months. And then Foundry, I've probably spent $400 on in the last 6 months. Who else have I bought? Gripping Beast, another 100 and 150 right there. This army is already, these 2 armies are already getting up there in cost. But you know, I still have to do the Aventine order, which Aventine stuff's very expensive. So that'll be costing a pretty penny. But we're coming close to getting everything more or less ordered. I just need to get, I think all of the Germans are ordered now. They'll be here soon. And then I just need to order the rest of the last Roman division, so the actual spear units and command stuff. So everything's, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. The project is moving along. I need to get some painting done. I got to get some horses painted this weekend, which I think I'm going to do. And then the only other thing we did is that we switched the rules. We are not doing Hail Caesar 2.0 anymore. I don't remember if I talked about this. We are doing, sorry, I sneezed and I paused so you guys didn't have to deal with that. We are doing To the Strongest, and I'm happy about it. And me and my gaming buddy here in Southern Arizona, we played our first game of To the Strongest. Neither one of us had played it. He got the rules on digits, and I bought the physical copy, the spiral bound copy from the website, and we played it. I really like the pacing of the game. We forgot a key critical rule when it came to army value points, or the token points, in which you know, when you get below 50%, you cannot charge, and you get a -1. We forgot that rule, so the game extended longer than it probably would have normally. But I liked it. It doesn't use dice, and it doesn't use measuring tapes. It uses grids, and you can see here I still have the tables set up from our game, and I have the grids with the rocks. We just used literally the landscaping rocks from my backyard on the gaming map here, and we did our grid, and then we laid out some basic terrain, and we had at it, and it played fast. There was no dice. It played faster than Hail Caesar. It played faster than WAB. It definitely played faster than Sword Point. I liked it. I liked it a lot. We didn't use any of the actual army lists. We just used generic stats for the 2 armies. But it turned out great, and my goal is to do 3 more games before we go to Historicon in July of next year. So that's where we're at with the project, guys. We got some painting done. The first Roman division is officially done. Half of my cavalry commitment is done. When I get the other half painted, hopefully this month, or at least most of it this month. The goal was to finish out the cavalry this month. So once I get the cavalry division painted, or half the cavalry division, I'll do a showcase video on that. And then we're moving, I'm not going to continue with Romans, even though I have about 200 more I need to paint. We're going to go into Germanics. So I'll start painting. I already got the first 40-man war band, 48-man war band primed and ready to go. So long video for me, guys, but I haven't done a video recently, and I want you guys to know we're still working on the project. We're still going. So until next time, guys, keep on painting and keep on playing.